the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at two beers from OT Brewing. They're both right here. Let me just move my glass over here. We'll get down in our spot right here. And yeah, you're looking at the Rhino's new table in the Rhino's new area. That's right, we have a table, guys. We have a table hand built by the Rhino. Ooh. Hand burnt by the Rhino. Hand finished by the... It was made by the Rhino. And it was a polyurethane clear coat that I put on the top, and I was doing the hand rubbing. And I'd pour it out of the can, and because it's polyurethane, it comes out as a thick, opaque white. And my wife came downstairs as I was doing it, and she goes, "Did you come on your table?" I'm like, oh, I just might later. But I didn't, guys. I didn't. No, didn't happen. Anyway, we got two beers here. We're just opening up the Untapped on the... This is the usual review phone, but the review phone has been dropped so many times that I'm not able to stream off of it on a horizontal stream. It always tells me that the phone has to be held up like this, and we know that just isn't kosher. So we have two beers here from OT Brewing Company. And OT Brewing is a microbrewery in Calgary. We have their 5% alcohol Peach Cobbler pastry sour at 5% alcohol by volume, like I said. And it's a pastry. These are something I've never heard of, right? And then we also have the strawberry rhubarb cheesecake pastry sour. And this is the one that made me buy it. So these were actually in a 4-pack, and you got two of each. And that really excited me because you don't find mixed 4-packs ever in this province. So when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah! And we got it. Introducing our Peach Cobbler Pastry Sour, a tantalizing brew that combines the nostalgic flavor of peach cobbler with a twist of tartness and a hint of sweetness. Each sip transforms you to something where juicy peaches, to summertime what? Summertime jam. What the fuck do you mean summertime jam? I'm not ever transported to summertime jam. Maybe summertime jams, but summertime jam? Hey, let's do a summertime jam, boys and girls. Okay. Where were we here? Where juicy peaches mingle with warm spices and buttery pastry notes. Lace up the skates. Okay, you need to make up your mind. Are you doing a pastry stout? A hockey? I know OT is like overtime, and I think they're OT brewing because there is an overtime brewing as well. And they're both the same, but they're both different, and I believe one's BC and one's Alberta. What do we got here? OT Brewing Company. 1155 East 44th Avenue Southeast, Calgary, Alberta. Return for refund where applicable. Keep cold, drink responsibly. Family owned and operated, Alberta crafted, proud product of Canada. What's on this side? This side has our ingredients: water, barley malt, oats, hops, lactose, yeast, peach puree, vanilla extract, flavoring, sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate. There is a lot of breweries that do pastry stouts that do not, I repeat, do not need to use artificial, well, it's not artificial, it is natural. So, pardon me, that do not use those types of preservatives to hold the beer stable. So it's somewhat sad to me to see those preservatives in there. I do understand what they're being used for, but okay, so we have Roller Rink Peach Cobbler Pastry Stout. Water, barley, hops, yeast. Why is there a burger? So they're giving you, for those of you that can't read, they're giving you like pictograms of, is the burger supposed to be for bread? Like I don't get why the burger's there. There's a burger on here with like a sesame seed bun. So we have water, barley, hops, a beaker, which I assume is supposed to be yeast, the burger, and then peaches. That's what they're showing you as their pictograms. So pictograms on this one too. Oh yeah, there's pictograms on this one too. But this one is a better pictogram. We'll get to that one when we get to that one. But that pictogram does not show rhubarb anywhere, and it's supposed to be strawberry rhubarb. So let's open this. We're gonna open it over here just in case it explodes. I don't want it to come on my beautiful table, right? My beautiful table. I don't even know if you guys can actually see the table right now. Like, can I even reach that? Ah. Oh no! Oh no! What have I done? What have I done? Okay. Well, it didn't explode. That's a good sign. Woo! That smells sour. That smells sour. I mean, it tells me it's a pastry sour, so it's going to be sour. So what am I thinking I'm going to get here? I love peach cobbler. I do. I guess I'm older than I am. Because my wife says the pies I like and the ice cream I like and all this makes me a sad old man. And she's probably 100% correct. I like peach cobbler. I like cheesecake. I like pecan pie. I like lemon meringue pie, banana cream, coconut cream, even apple. I don't like berry pies really. When it comes to ice cream, it's like maple walnut, black cherry, heavenly hash, all these. And she's like, "You're an old man." Actually, she calls me an old lady. Is what she says I am due to my likes. And we came down out of the Arctic this year. Well, last year, sorry, 2024. It's almost been a year we've been out. February 14th will be a year. So we're getting close to that year. And we went to Dairy Queen for the first time in 7 years. Well, 6 years. And they had peach cobbler blizzards, and I would get a peach cobbler blizzard each time. And she's like, "You are such an old grandmother." Like, I like it so much. Stop making fun of me. Well, I didn't say it like that because that would make me an old grandma. Anyway, it is a hazy, crazy beer. You cannot see through it. I guess more bronze, eh? No, probably brass. I'd say brass. A brassy yellow. The head was bright white. It's going away. There is a snap, crackle, pop to it. Scent from the glass. Oh. Where did I get that sour scent that made me scared? Because that smells divine. That is vanilla, peaches, graham crackers. Oh, God, that smells good. So for those of you that watch this, I do have a question for you, right? Well, I have a few questions. So my wife has posed many scenarios to me, and I don't know if people are going to watch this, but here's the 3 questions. What is grosser when you go into the washroom? Blood on your toilet seat from where blood would come from, or crap on the back of the toilet bowl, like from an explosive diarrhea? That's question 1. Question 2, and be truthful on this one. How many times a week do you get laid? And question 3. Well, actually, we'll get to question 3 later. We'll ask the first 2, and we'll see who answers those. And then we'll get to question 3 after. From the can. Okay, there's the sourness. So you get the vanilla. Actually, it smells divine out of the glass. It smells kind of not out of the can. Because you get that vanilla ice cream, you get that graham cracker, you get that peach, but it also smells really sour out of the can, and I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that. So we asked the first two. Let's try. Cheers. Odd. Very odd. Good day, Malty. I understand if you don't want to answer those two questions. Oh, the third question, and my wife will explain this on a future video for those of you that don't understand this. But for any women that watch the channel, and I know there are some, have you ever dealt with the jellyfish, or do you know what the jellyfish is? She gave me a scenario today that almost made me. Well, actually, I can't say it almost made me dry heave. It was supposed to make me dry heave. And when I looked at her with this smile on my face and said that didn't turn me off, she hit me. So the first two questions are there. The third question is there now. Do you know what the jellyfish is, and have you had to deal with the jellyfish? And the jellyfish sort of ties into the very first question about what's worse, the toilet bowl or the toilet seat, and the two different bodily fluids that you could find. That is very nice. Very nice. Oh, and Malty, do you like my new table? Oh, look at the table. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, hello, Uncle Charles. I built this table today in very little time. I did very little to it, and I have plans, and I think what I did with it worked very well. I burnt it, I clear coated it, I rounded the edges a little bit to get some of the shards off. I put legs on it because it was just a plank of butcher block, but I think I made it look nice. So the questions. Other than do you know what the jellyfish is and had you had to deal with it, was what is worse, finding shit on the back of the toilet bowl, like somebody had explosive diarrhea and their shit stuck to the back of the toilet bowl, would be the man's contribution, or blood on the toilet seat. That would be not the man's contribution. And then the second question was realistically, because she tells me that I'm a whiner. How many times a week do you get laid? I know I get laid more than the average number, but I like to fuck with her. So I like to be like, well, this is what people said. Oh, see, it's not good enough. And I do like to fuck with my wife. In both ways. So it's odd because it really does taste like peach cobbler. You get vanilla. You get honey and graham cracker. You get peach. But the sour on this pastry sour is the king of everything. The king of everything is the is the be all end all of this beer. And I don't know how I feel about that. Fourth question, is the burnt tabletop with the burnt walls too much? This isn't where the table's staying. It's partially in the hallway of my basement and partially in my bedroom right now. Because this is going to be my kitchen table upstairs in the end, but I thought I'd play with it for now. fuck was that? It's pretty loud too. Yeah, the vanilla is really nice. The graham cracker is very nice. The peach is very nice. The vanilla is also very fake. Um, Again, I think my only big problem is the sodium benzoate, the potassium sorbate, and the fact that the sour is what's taking over on this. Well, I shouldn't even say taking over because the sour's gone now, and I'm left with the vanilla extract and the peach and the crust. Like it truly tastes like a peach cobbler. I just don't understand why we made it a sour peach cobbler. Um, because the flavors that are in this are you could have just made a peach cobbler pastry gold or whatever. You didn't have to sour it. It hits what it's supposed to hit. I like it. You know what? That's an 8 out of 10. I really like that. I really do. Now, we are reviewing 2 beers tonight. So the other one is right beside me, and as you saw in the title, it is the Strawberry Rhubarb Cheesecake. It needs a picture or something to contract. Well, what I'm going to do, before I use this as my kitchen table, I'm probably going to hook it up down here for my review table when James comes over. So you'll probably have one of us sitting on each side of it with the camera on the far end of it. So you'll have his pretty face, my ugly mug, this wall here, because I'll have it going this way. You won't see the staircase, but it'll work, I think. Oh, fuck my ass. Don't sit on a stair for too long. Oh my God. Especially if you have Irish ass. It's so bony and the stair. 5% alcohol. Roller Rink Strawberry Rhubarb Cheesecake Pastry Sour. 5% alcohol by volume. Oh, excuse me. So, our ingredients, and I'll show you the pictographs after this. Our ingredients are water, barley malt, oats, lactose, hops, yeast, strawberry puree, rhubarb, and cheesecake flavoring. Okay. Rhubarb flavor. Rhubarb is the easiest fruit to get your hands on. Well, I guess I should botanical to get your hands on. It's the easiest thing in the world to get. People have it fucking growing in their backyards and they hate it. They rip it out and give it away for free. So why you needed rhubarb flavoring, no matter when you made this beer, you should have been able to find somebody before you made the beer that had rhubarb. Even freeze it first. I don't give a shit. There's no reason to need rhubarb flavoring in this. Next, cheesecake flavoring. You know what the cheesecake flavoring is? It's the fucking fruit and the lactose and then graham crackers. So you didn't need to do anything but add graham crackers or just honey to the beer. There's no reason for either of those flavorings. Vanilla extract, and again, you could just use vanilla pods, vanilla beans, vanilla anything. You didn't need to use vanilla extract, but vanilla extract doesn't bother me as much as the aforementioned flavorings. Sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate. And again, make your beer and sell it. You don't need artificial stabilizers. And again, I guess artificial, you don't need stabilizers. I should just say stabilizers. You don't need stabilizers and preservatives in the beer. Make the beer, sell the beer. If it's a good enough beer and it sells, then you don't have to worry about all that shit. If it's not a good enough beer and you can't sell it, well, that's on you, motherfuckers. And then, like I said, if you can't read, they have a pictograph. The pictograph does not show everything. And the pictograph kind of lies because it shows water, barley, hops. It shows the beaker, which is the yeast, strawberries, and then cheesecake. But they don't put a cheesecake in there. They put cheesecake flavoring. So there you go. There's your pictograph on here. Again, OT Brewing Company in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. What do we have over here? Introducing our strawberry rhubarb cheesecake pastry sour, a tantalizing blend of fruit sweetness and decadence in every sip. This beer is like a smooth ride on wheels, blending fruity sweetness with a creamy cheesecake finish that's as satisfying as a perfect spin on the rink. Lace up the skates, OT Brewing Company. Return for refund where applicable. Drink responsibly. Keep cold. Family owned and operated. Alberta crafted product of Canada. Okay, let's see if there's any comments right before we open the can. Sorry for those of you watching this back. It is what it is. How's the weather up north, sir? Well, I guess I'm north from most people, seeing as I'm in Regina, but it was like +1 yesterday, and it was -40 today. Yesterday was good. Went for a walk in the woods. Saw a coyote. Oh, you saw a coyote, did you? But cold weather coming tomorrow, I believe. Graham crackers, yum. Sorbate, yes. Agreed. Dandy Brewing in Calgary had an awesome peach cobbler sour. Why are they all just make a peach cobbler? Like I don't get why we need to make it a sour, unless we're thinking that we need to sour it to kind of offset the sweetness that peach and all the flavorings can give, and I can understand that. But again, make it natural, and you don't have to worry as much about overly. I'm going to open it over here because I don't know how old this is. I bought it at Sobeys Liquor. Sobeys Liquor has a tendency to have a lot of old beer, so we're going to open it over this way. Okay. And we're breaking the rules. We have not rinsed the glass. It had the peach cobbler sour in it. Okay, now on to what we talk about with fruit beers. Strawberry does not have a very dark juice. It really doesn't. It's kind of pinkish, if anything, like a watermelon. So in your mind, wow, holy! I can smell the strawberries from here. Like, okay, back to the beer. Like, holy fuck! I need to get a towel or something. I need to sit upon. Ooh. Whew, whew, whew. This, like, when I sit on the landing, it's not as bad, but the landing has nice vinyl tiles and stuff on it. It's kind of soothing for the ass. This oak step, not soothing to the ass. Okay, where was I going? Oh god, I don't even know where I was. Where was I? Where was I before my ass started hurting? The color. So a strawberry beer really shouldn't be like a raspberry beer or anything else. Raspberry juice, like if you were to squish a raspberry, it's bright red what comes out for the most part. Sometimes light pink, but bright red. You squish a strawberry, it's kind of like watermelon juice. It's kind of like a pink hue and nothing else. So that is kind of what I expect. However, my mind expects a darker color. And that is what it is, right? Let's see if there's any comments before we go into the sniff. It's a spice sour with peach. Strange, but it was tasty. Lol strawberry. Yeah. Okay. So we know where we are. We're all on the same page. Sniff. The head faded rather quickly. It was a bright white head. There's still a snap, crackle, pop going on, though. Smell. Out of the glass? Strawberry. Vanilla. Yeah, strawberry and vanilla are the biggest scents coming from that glass. Um, Out of the can. Let's try the can. Oh, I see there's a comment. We'll get to it. Can. Okay, so strawberry and vanilla is what came out of the glass. Just like the peach cobbler, the sour doesn't come on the nose until you sniff it from the can. You get strawberry, vanilla, and a sour note. I mean, I'm not getting rhubarb at all. Not a huge flavor or nose thing. So it kind of makes sense. Holy fuck, my ass. I'm not getting the graham cracker, though. I'm not getting, like, the crust. And that really weirds me out on this. Really odd. I agree they overcomplicate it often. I agree with that. Sometimes it works. The complication times, they are chasing an interesting recipe, which failed approach which has failed approach, in my opinion. I agree. I mean, I've made some stupid recipes where we were trying something. We were trying something on purpose, and it failed due to how complicated we made it. Sometimes it succeeded and it was horrible, and sometimes it failed and it was good, and sometimes it failed and it was horrible. Sometimes it succeeded and it was horrible. Like, it is what it is, right? Okay, let's try it. Cheers, ho ho ho, all that motherfucking shit. I need a picture or something, eh? Maybe this will help break it up. Maybe that'll help break it up. It broke up a little bit. I think I want to put, like, one of my Irish flags or something here. I'm going to get a small Irish flag. I ordered an Irish flag. It came in today, and my wife's like, I thought we got rid of all those. What do you mean? She goes, you had fucking flags in every window in Welland. You had flags in all your windows when you lived in the Niagara Falls. You had flags in Deer Lake. You had flags in Pavernatook. I thought when we left we were done with these fucking flags. And I go, I'm a proud Irishman. She goes, you fucking need to stop. But I can't stop. I'm proud. Because you're not American. Stop being so proud. Well, I might be American in a few weeks. Remember, Trump is annexing Canada. Okay. Not a bad beer. Not really a cheesecake beer, but not a bad beer. The peach cobbler was more true to form. The strawberry cheesecake, it doesn't have. Here's the problem, right? Does it taste kind of like the filling? Does it taste kind of like the cheesecake, like the vanilla, the cream cheese, the strawberry, and the rhubarb? You get the rhubarb. You don't taste rhubarb per se. You taste strawberry. However, the sourness kind of is reminiscent of rhubarb. So you still get an idea of what you're supposed to be getting out of it. So that's great and dandy. What it's missing is what the cobbler had, which is the graham cracker. You put in that graham, like you said, you put cheesecake flavoring in here. Again, for me, graham crackers is your cheesecake flavoring. That's your crust. Your crust is a graham cracker. So if this does not have a graham cracker flavor, I cannot say, holy fuck, my ass hurts. Whew, my God. I chose this because we're going to do this, right? I chose sitting on that step because, holy fuck, I can't even get up. Because up here, I was too high, but my ass feels so much better right here. As soon as I sit on this landing, it's like, ooh, that's nice. I've sat on this landing for hours and done reviews. That's great. I sit on this step, and I've only been on this step for like half an hour, and my God, my ass is on fire. Oh, okay. So if you don't have, holy fuck. I can accept there's rhubarb flavor in there by saying the sour is the rhubarb. There is strawberry. There is vanilla. I don't get a graham cracker crust. And to me, that takes away from the fact that this is apparently a cheesecake beer. Without that honey graham cracker flavor, it's not a cheesecake beer to me. Never what? They're multi. Holy fuck! Let's shift. Whew. Take the weight off of one. Put all the weight on one ass cheek. Holy mother of pearl! I didn't think sitting on a. I'm fat. I get it. My wife tells me I'm not fat. Her brother's fat. She tells me that I'm just slightly overweight. I think I'm more than slightly overweight. Yes, in my best shape, I was over 300 pounds, but I didn't have this. And yeah, I'm under 300 pounds now, but now I have this. So yeah, she can say what she wants. She's wrong. She's wrong. She's trying to pat my ego. But I get it. I'm fat and I'm old and this and that, but I didn't think that wood with tile would be so much different than just wood. And I know I'm digressing now. But wow. Uncle Charles, her brother says he's 320 pounds. He said he was 320 pounds when I was in the best shape of my life and was just under 300 pounds. The guy is probably pushing 5. He's double me. He's doubled me in size. Like, he is wider. They say he looks like Jelly Roll. But the man is a very large man, and he can only drive trucks because he's too big to fit in anything else. I'm guessing he's pushing 500 pounds. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find a body shot. There you go. Or there you go. Anyway, back to where we were, which is the beer. The only thing this is missing is the graham cracker crust. Other than that, great beer. Drinks well. It has all the fruity flavor. It has the vanilla flavor. It's only missing the crust. That's the only thing it's missing. I think I would give it, and I promised my boss one of these cans after she heard what I was drinking tonight. So I can't, oh, excuse me. I can't say I wouldn't buy it again. I just don't think it's exactly what it states on the tin. I think this one does what it says on the tin. I think this one does not, but it does about I'd say it does 75% of what it says on the tin. The strawberry's there. The rhubarb, arguably there. The vanilla is there. It's just missing the final piece de la resistance to make it cheesecake flavored. This one has everything it needs to make it a cobbler. So I gave this one over an 8. I can't give this one that high. I'm going to give it a 7.75. I like it. I would buy it again. I just don't think it's as good. Let's just see what's going on comment-wise before we go. I'm going to go join my wife ski upstairs. I've had a few beers from this brewery. Give me 1 second to get off of this fucking step. Oh my god. Whew. 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 My ass feels so much better now. I know you see more of this now. Okay, OT Brewing Company. Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's caboose, and I can tell you what I've had by them. I've only had 1 beer from this brewery. And it was that was the one you thought was really interesting. It was the Velo Love Maple Belgian Double, which I gave a 9 out of 10. That was the first beer I've had by them. Their meat and potatoes, though, looks like they have a hazy IPA, a hazy pale ale, a Bush League Pilsner. They're all hockey involved. An English pub ale. Ooh, that's actually a proper pub ale. Ooey Gooey S'mores Porter. This is their flagship beers, right? Hurry Hard White Chocolate Imperial White Stout. I want to find some of this shit. Holy fuck. Trail Break Coconut Mango Sour. Sunset Tangerine Radler. Keep Rowing Black Forest Port. Okay, I can't keep. Wanderlust Tropical Stout. Oh, actually, I was looking at that one today. I was looking at that one and I'm like, do I want a tropical stout? What the fuck's a tropical stout? And I didn't buy it. But yeah, so their main line seems very interesting. It seems somewhat overcomplicated, but I'd be intrigued to try the beers. Anyway, yeah, so these look like one-off specialty ales, but it looks like their meat and potatoes are one-off specialty ales, other than like their pilsner and stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's get off the staircase completely. Boom, boom. I agree. Very interesting brewery. Oh, you're looking at my electrical, my horrible electrical, and my wall. Yeah. So, thank you for viewing. Thank you for being here. I enjoy all of you. Malty, you have a... I think I'm sending Brian's out this week, so you will be 2 weeks from this week for your box. But your box is picked up. I'm just, again, I keep checking for Superflux. If I find Superflux, you're getting a lot more beers than you expect. If you're probably still getting more beers than you expect. But yeah, I will. I'll email you closer to it to make sure I have your address, because I didn't write it down and because I'm an idiot. Anytime we do beer trades or anything, expect me to ask you over and over again what your address is, because I lose things in my mind. It doesn't work. Anyway, guys, bye-bye.